a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep the score. Hey, 16
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, walk 54. You got nothing in there.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Let's make these babies Greystone travel. Let's make these babies run.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Bravo.
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Paris Campbell, 49 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 3, check 3.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes this to Sutton.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, he slides when that derriere dips, if you will. That play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Quick throw here out to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 3 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
1st and 10 at the 15.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Buying time to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Hines on the toss play. He's to the 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 25 yards as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Back to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 11-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now this throw caught left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, 133. Hurry, hurry. Mike's 5-4. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he finds Seals Jones complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 44, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They juked him, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, right side. Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Mayfield.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, Freddie Kitchens is going to send out the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Man open left side is Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set, 30 base, let's go. Quiet, 64, weak. He's coming on the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Wide, get wide. C6. Let up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Second and 14. And he slings one that's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check three, squeeze, get in there. Lucky, set, check 1-3.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up fourth down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mayfield on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
218, chopper. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Go, go. Banjo. Banjo. Go, go. Hey, check 24. You're out. Orbit. Ready.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. 2nd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop.
Here we go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I'm not ready. I 7. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Down to the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. But he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Ravens, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look